Aling Mila bought a rice cooker in mall. Before buying the rice cooker, she carefully inspected it and even tested it. Then, she brought it home and used it. When it was time to eat, she opened the rice cooker, only to find out the rice was still uncooked. But the water was warm. She inspected the rice cooker and found out that its switch was broken. Pepe bought juice as a birthday gift for his daughter. He bought it on sale. The next day, his daughter opened the gift and tried on the shoes. The front part of the right shoe split open. Mang Pepe noticed that the stitching on that part of the shoe was loosened. The receipt says, "No return, no exchange." Repaired. He ordered kiln-dried lumber for the house extension's ceiling. This kind of wood is more expensive than the ordinary one. After 2 months, the rainy season came. Tito Fred was disappointed because the wood bulged. His friend architect said that the wood wasn't kiln-dried. Revealed the same problem. Aling Mila, Mang Pepe, and Tito Fred bought defective products. Do you think he gave the right suggestions on what they should do? Read the paragraphs below. Situations such as those of Aling Mila, Mang Pepe, and Tito Fred may happen anytime. If so, the customer should inform the store from where the product was bought or the company that made the product. He or she may also use the warranty of the product purchased. Appliances like electric fan, television, radio, and iron have warranties when you buy them in malls and stores. The warranty refers to the period of time during which, should the item you bought be defective, you can have it repaired or replaced for free. Important that you have your receipt when you avail of the warranty. Warranty of products varies in terms of the number of months. Warranties may be availed within a period of 3 months to 1 year. This would also depend on the product you purchased or the store where you purchased the product. Also file a complaint with the Department of Trade and Industry or DTI. This is in case you talk to the store where you purchased your product or the product manufacturer and they didn't accommodate your complaint. About this. Have you heard of Republic Act number 7394? This is also known as the Consumer Act of the Philippines. Why was this made into law? How it is helpful to consumers like us? Earlier in this module, we discussed the importance of product labels. Why? Because labeling enables the consumer to obtain accurate information on the quality and quantity of the contents of consumer products and value of such products. RA 7394 emphasizes the importance of labeling and fair packaging of products and goods sold to consumers. Through the proper labeling, let's learn about or in connection with the law. Local and foreign manufacturers, producers, and importers have a responsibility in addressing the complaint filed by a consumer if the product he or she buys is found to be defective. The tradesman or seller has a responsibility to sell top-quality products to consumers. If these products are found to be defective, consumers have a right to ask the seller to change product or reimburse the money they paid. Any manufacturer, producer, importer, or seller should not disseminate false or misleading advertisements about the products he or she is selling. Products and goods should contain the proper price tag from which the consumer can base his or her decision to purchase a product or not. Consumers should properly keep their receipts of purchase. This will be used as proof of purchase in case they have any complaint about the product they purchased. Consumers should carefully examine the quality of the product they are purchasing. Products can only be changed or reimbursed by consumers if these are proven to be defective upon purchase. Consumers can file a complaint against the manufacturer, producer, importer, or seller if they were the ones who damaged the product. Products and receipts should not indicate no return, no exchange labels. However, this is allowed for products that can be damaged by fire or water. Let's think about this. Earlier in this lesson, it was mentioned that you can file a complaint in the store where you purchased a defective or damaged product. You also learned that RA 7394 protects consumers from abusive retailers and manufacturers. What do you need to know so you can file a complaint with the Department of Trade and Industry? If a consumer bought a defective or damaged product, here is what he or she should do according to the Department of Trade and Industry or DTI. Number 1. Know the problem. Think about what remedy you want. Have your money back or refund, fix the product or repair, or change it with a newer stock or replace. Number 2. Look for the receipt, warranty card, or contract. You will need to show this to the store or the manufacturer when you file your complaint. Number 3. Go back to the store and look for the salesperson who sold you the product. Explain your problem and what you want to be done about it. You may set an appointment with the manager if necessary. Number 4. If your complaint wasn't properly heard by the store or company who made the product, write to an agency that can hear your complaint. problem could be solved through peaceful discussion. Don't let your anger rule, and don't be swayed by your emotions. Be calm while discussing. It would help solve the problem faster. Your name and address. The store or company where you bought the damaged or defective product. Name of the salesperson and the place and date concerning the complaint. Important documents like receipts and contracts. And statements that you are willing to face the person's Let's think about this. Aside from the Department of Trade and Industry or DTI, with what other government agencies can you file your complaints regarding damaged or defective products bought? Were you able to think of at least one government agency which will accept your complaint? Continue reading on and you will know more about possible agencies that will listen to your complaint. According to the RA 7394, we can file our complaints about the purchases with the following agencies. Number 1. Department of Trade and Industry or DTI. Consumer Product Quality and Safety Office. Weights and Measures Metrification Office. Labeling, Packaging and Price Tag Office. Consumer Products and Service Warranties Office. Advertising and Sales Promotion Office. Service and Repair Shop Office. Number 2. Department of Health or DOH. Food, Drugs, Cosmetics and Devices Office. Hazardous Substances Office. Labeling, Pack. For example, if you purchased a defective refrigerator or a defective electric fan, you may file a complaint with the Department of Trade and Industry, Consumer Products and Warranties Office. For medicines which are not properly labeled, you may file a complaint with the Department of Health, Labeling, Packaging and Price Tag Office. The agency with which you will file your complaint will depend on the product you purchased. You may also call these agencies for inquiries about the products they oversee in markets and stores. It is important to remember these agencies. They can help you in processing your complaint about a defective or damaged product that you purchased. Let's study and analyze. Study the illustration below. What is the situation all about? Write your ideas in the blanks below the illustration. The woman is talking to a consumer arbitration officer. What is a consumer arbitration officer? According to RA 7394, the consumer arbitration officer has exclusive jurisdiction to mediate, conciliate, hear, and pass judgment on all consumer complaints. He or she shall conduct hearings on any complaint received by him or referred to him by the National Consumer Affairs Council or NCAC. The NCAC protects consumers from. The NCAC gives information and educates consumers on how to pick the right product. It enables the consumer to choose the right product. NCAC also guides the consumer to avoid unfair practices of some manufacturers, producers, importers, and sellers. Threats to health and safety caused by goods purchased, and dishonest and unfair practices of merchants in selling their goods. Let's think about this. Do you believe that people who are proven to be guilty of abusing consumers or falsifying information about products should be punished? Why? manufacturers, producers, importers, sellers, and even the consumers themselves. According to the law, people who violate the rights of consumers shall be punished. These are the penalties. Now, you know what RA 7394 is all about. Yes, we consumers do have rights. It is important that you know these rights and share them with other members of your family, or friends, and fellow residents in the community. It is also important to remember that along with these rights are our responsibilities as consumers. Let's think about this. In the United States, consumers have a right to change the products they buy as gifts if they are not liked or needed by the receiver. For example, the product may be returned if the person does not like the color of the shirt, or if the shirt does not fit well, or the person has the product already. It also doesn't matter if the product was or wasn't used. Stores would change the product with a newer stock if the consumer. It is important to know that a law that seems to be ineffective can be improved by amending or repealing it. Amending the law means revising the law. For example, one of the laws under RA 7394 may be amended by imposing higher fees as penalties. Meanwhile, to repeal a law means to abolish it. Repealed laws are deemed insignificant because they may go against other laws which have been enacted, or they may be found to be ineffective. Now, we know that consumers have rights. As consumers, we have a right to uphold RA 7394. If other residents in your community don't know this law, you may have a simple discussion with them about your rights as consumers. Explain to them how RA 7394 aims to protect consumers when they buy goods and products. Good luck!